Oh shit, dude, I totally just got recognized. Good morning, what is up guys? The weirdest shit just happened to me. So I've got a lot that I have to do today because I've only got a couple more days before I go out to see my dad. So like I've got to go to the bank, I've got to get money, pay rent, all this other shit. I've got to edit this video and I still have to work tonight. So I'm walking out to my car and like right as I'm getting in, this white Mustang just stops dead in the middle of the road. This dude rolls down his window and he's like, "Are you Officer 401? I'm like, oh fuck dude, why? And he's like, "Oh man, I watch all of Dan's videos and I remember him talking about you and I'm a subscriber now." He's like, "I like your videos." I was both excited and freaked out at the same time. It was really cool getting recognized. How do you even know what I look like, dude? Either way, it was pretty cool, man. And if you see this video, you're awesome. I'm in this like panic mode right now because I'm trying to get everything ready. I want to make sure everything's squared away and ready to go for this trip. And I'm like really worried that I'm going to forget something stupid. Like I'm going to get all the way out to Arizona and not remember any of my memory cards. I'm going to be pissed if I forget a memory card. There's about to be some Kodak moments made in this bitch, and I need my memory cards. I'm super excited right now though, man. Like, I love flying. I have always loved flying for whatever reason. And the first time I flew by myself, I think I was either 6 or 7 years old, and that was back when like they used to let the families into the terminal and they would like wait for you at the gate and stuff. So I remember like my grandparents, I was super small, but I remember my grandparents waiting there for me to pick me up. It was pretty cool. But thanks to fucking terrorists, you can't do that anymore. But anyway, it should be a fun trip, and I'm really looking forward to spending some time with my dad. And like I told you guys, it's gonna be like a week where I can't put out any videos. So today will be my last video until probably next Friday. Thursday at the earliest. So I know a lot of you guys are from Dan's page, and a lot of you have been wondering, what do I think as an officer about people on motorcycles that try to get away from law enforcement? And I have mixed feelings about this topic. Some of the videos I think are awesome, and other ones I think are completely stupid and immature, not to mention dangerous. And I'll be the first to admit, I used to have a very bad taste in my mouth toward people that rode crotch rockets. I've never had a problem with somebody on cruisers. And that basically started a long time ago when I was in the traffic division. I was sitting on a highway similar to this one, and this guy comes flying by me at triple digits, man. So I turn around, I turn on my lights, and it took me a good probably 2 miles to catch up to him. So the guy looks back at me a couple of times, and finally he decides to pull over. So long story short, I ended up giving the guy a citation for speeding. I could have locked him up and towed his bike for reckless driving, but I just gave him a ticket for speeding. With no hesitation, I hand him the citation book, and the first words out of his mouth are, "If I would have known you were going to give me a ticket, I would have just kept going." Like, what sense of entitlement must you have to think it's okay to just run from the cops? Like, what a dick, man. Like, if I would have told this guy, "Well, next time I'll just pull out in front of your motorcycle so you don't have a choice but to stop," I know I would have been in the chief's office an hour from then. And honestly, over the years, it's been people like Do It With Dan that have changed my perspective on people that ride crotch rockets. Like, don't get me wrong, I've seen Dan do some stupid shit on a bike, but he's not like putting anybody else in direct danger. You know what I mean? Like he'll pop a wheelie every now and again, but he's not whizzing in and out of traffic at 130 miles an hour trying to get away from the police. So the kinds of videos that I see of people running from cops on bikes are pretty much broken into like two categories that I've noticed. Number one, dirt bikes. People on dirt bikes trying to get away from cops in the woods, those videos are funny as shit. Those I like, because usually they're in some like rural area where there's nobody else around, and like they're just tinkering with the cops, right? They're just like playing with them. And I've seen a couple videos where the officer actually gets out and like tries to chase them down. Yeah, good luck with that, Speedy Gonzalez. But the videos that drive me nuts are the ones that show these guys trying to get away from cops on a crotch rocket on a busy highway. If you want to do something stupid on a bike and hurt yourself, then by all means, go for it. Not my cup of tea, but who am I to judge? But when you start putting other people at risk, that's kind of where I have to draw the line, man. Like, that's not cool. When you slam into somebody's family van at 130 miles an hour, no good is going to come of that. When you're on a public road, it's not just about you. So to be completely honest, no. I mean, a lot of the videos I see of these guys like hauling ass from cops on main roads, I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's cute. I don't think there's anything appealing about it. I think it's incredibly stupid. I think it's very dangerous. And unfortunately, I think it's people like that that give the biker community a bad name. Now, if you're on an open road with nobody else around and you want to do stoppies or wheelies or any other kind of ease, fucking go for it, man. Like, I'll sit there with a bag of popcorn and watch you. And I'll be completely honest, I would say 9 times out of 10, if I pull out behind a crotch rocket and I know that they're not going to stop, I'm not even going to bother chasing them. The only time I'm going to chase a motorcycle, or anything for that matter, over 100 miles an hour is if you have like a severe felony warrant. It better be something for like armed robbery or murder, but I'm not going to chase somebody at 130 miles an hour because they stole a Snickers bar from the corner store. And I think both sides, I think bikers and cops, need to use a little bit more common sense when it comes to how they operate on the road. Now granted, I went to school for defensive driving. That's part of being a cop. So I know how to handle a vehicle at high speeds. But when you have a tire blowout at 130 miles an hour, I don't care how good you are, you're done, dude. Like, that's it. So, it's one of those things you just have to wonder, is the risk worth the reward? And a lot of times it's not. Yeah, I got the guy I was chasing, but, 3 people back there crashed. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. I know you guys were wondering my thoughts on the whole motorcycle thing. I love bikers, man. I really do, especially after meeting Dan and some of the others. Like, there's a lot of cool people on bikes. Just use some common sense. Don't be a dick on the road. And if the police are trying to stop you, just man up and stop. Well, guys, I appreciate you watching. I'm going to go to the bank and get my bills paid. I'm going to go home, edit, and try to get as much sleep as I can because I'm going to be running around like a chicken with my head cut off tomorrow. I talked to my dad last night on the phone, and it was so hard not to tell him that I was flying out to see him. Don't you love that feeling, like when you know a secret that the other person doesn't and you can't wait to tell them? Like, that's the feeling I have right now, and I'm still trying to figure out the best way that I'm going to surprise them. But either way, I hope you guys have a fantastic day today, and I will see you in a week from now.